Good evening, everybody. We had a terrific weekend, and I hope you did as well. It's time to get started on what is going to be a very busy week as we head towards the NCAA conference tournaments. The big boys start up this week, and also getting towards the end of the NBA and NHL season. So, and let's not forget, too, that Major League Baseball starts up here in a few weeks as well. So it's going to be a very busy time. It's going to be an avalanche of sports that's coming in the next few weeks, and you need somebody that it's been through this for 31 years in the middle of the desert to guide you through. Welcome to Against the Public for Monday, March 11th. I'm Dana Lane. We're the only show to analyze early betting patterns by the public, and we've done that once again with 3 more free NBA plays for Monday. Before I get to our free plays, I want to remind you that my 3-packs are already locked and loaded. I love these 3-packs in the NBA, college basketball, and the NHL so much. I wanted to get them up as soon as I could. Those are up there right now. All 3 packs are $49.99, and of course that comes with our Pick Dawgz win guarantee that states you must profit or receive an immediate site credit for the purchase price. In addition, if you don't want to mess with the single game plays or the 3-pack, please, if you did well on Sunday, get back and get on an all-access pass. You can get every one of my plays in the NBA, college basketball, NHL, Major League Baseball coming up for one low price, and it's a 30-day pass is less than $11 a day, a 90-day pass is less than $10 a day, and an annual all-access pass is just $3.56 a day. Grab your credit card, throw it on the card, we'll pay it off at the end of the month, and you will be good to go for 2024. Ensure that you will never miss another best bet winner from me again by getting involved with an all-access pass. If you're not an all-access member yet, here's why you can't let another day go by without being one. I'll just go through these quickly. In college basketball, 55.3% winners over the last 7 days, plus 1,289 units won in 2023-24. In the NBA, plus 1,081 units in 2023. Looks like we're going to add a little bit. We're going to add another $100 to that. I think Minnesota and the Lakers are going to go way over that total. So we got that coming up as well. So those numbers will look at even a little bit better. Guys, I'm the #1 handicapper on Pickdawgz.com with at least 500 plays, which means we shoot every single day in every single sport. And we don't go crazy with 10 plays per sport, but we do give you the 3 plays, at least 3 plays per sport. And in college basketball, sometimes on Saturdays, we'll give you those 5-packs as well. We shoot every single day to ensure that you have a day's worth of games. And if you're an all-access customer, we want to make sure that you get what you're paying for. So please get on board with one of those all-access passes right now. So let's get going with our 3 plays for Monday and the NBA. We're going to start it off at 8 o'clock Eastern Time, 5:37, 5:38. Dallas Mavericks -5, 233 is your total against the Chicago Bulls. The Mavericks have been hard for me to read for most of the season, especially when it comes to totals. But of late, they've cashed 5 of their last 7 games. They cashed over tickets in 5 of their last 7. And in that span, we saw the Mavericks put up 142 points against the Pistons. Take that with a grain of salt because they're a horrible defensive team. But they also did put up 120 points against Indiana, which is, take that with a grain of salt too, because the pace that the Pacers want to play at usually will get you into the 120 range. But against Detroit, they shot 55%, and I don't care who you're playing. You throw 55% up there, and that's a pretty good effort. They also got the line a bunch. They hit 26 of 32 free throws, which you know how I feel about going over totals when you have a team that can shoot well from the charity stripe. We talked about the fact that we thought that Dallas was going to, go over the total against Detroit just because Detroit's so bad defensively. They send opponents to the free throw line very early in games, and 32 attempts by the Mavericks was quite a bit. But I think we found the Bulls in a bad spot. If going back to their last game, I think that we found them in a bad spot against the Clippers. They beat the Golden State Warriors in San Francisco. I think we're going to see the Bulls back in that 120 range. And as long as we can get both of these teams in that 120 range, which I think we're going to, this game's going to go over the total. I think it's going to be about the 125, the 120, and I think both teams will be fairly close. But fairly close to that. But 233, I think, is a fair number, and I'm going to go over that 233 as your first free pick. Game number 2, 8 o'clock Eastern Time, 539, 540, Golden State Warriors -6, 229.5 at San Antonio. The Warriors have been not great defensively of late. They lost games to the San Antonio Spurs. They lost to the Chicago Bulls. They allowed 251 combined points against those two teams. And I was a little bit worried about the performance after losing to Chicago. I mean, their performance against the Spurs after losing to Chicago, I would have thought that they would have come out and played with a lot more intensity than we saw after that home loss against the Bulls as an 8.5-point favorite. They did not, and that to me always sets off or makes me kind of check a little mark in my head that says, okay, let's see how this team progresses, because that is not the typical response that you want from a team that you want to put your money behind. We'll see how they respond. This is the second game of the home and home against the Spurs. The Spurs shot 51% from the field and went to the line 28 times. They converted 21 of those. And not to mention they shot 52% from three. But I would be shocked if we're going to see the Spurs do that again. They don't have the record that they have because they show any kind of consistency. So we're going to go under 229.5 in that game. And then third and final game, free game, is the Toronto Raptors, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. Toronto at Denver. Denver -13.5, 225.5 is your total. Nuggets are finishing off a 4-game homestand. They looked really good after losing to the Suns in overtime to start the homestand. But what impressed me was how they played against the Utah Jazz. And not that, the Jazz are not susceptible to getting blown out, but there was a massive win against the Boston Celtics. And if you told me they were going to come back in the next game against Utah and not play as well, I would say, yeah, I could definitely see that happening. But they were a big favorite. They won by 21 points, and that really tells me something about this Nuggets team. The Raptors, of course, have failed to cover in 5 of their last 6 games. They're coming off that tough 10-point loss to the Portland Trailblazers in overtime. That is a game you would think that they would want to grab, and that was kind of the tone of the post-game press conferences. I think they were not happy about losing that game, and after coming back after in regulation looking like that they weren't going to win. But a good comeback, fell short, really didn't even show up in overtime. So from a psychological standpoint, I'm not sure Toronto's where we need them to be right now. Also remember, Chris Boucher is questionable for Toronto in this one, and it's not that you're taking 10 points out of the lineup or 10 or 11 points out of the lineup. It's really his versatility, and even if he does play and he's less than 100%, it's his versatility that's going to be that means so much to that team, Toronto team, that may be less than 100% or out altogether. But he's listed as questionable. We're going to take Denver -13.5 as your third free play. So that does it for your free plays for Monday. Go to pickdawgz.com right now. Get involved with any of my available packages, including my all-access pass that gives you every play that I release on Monday, and we got a massive card for Monday. Also remember, NBA, college basketball, NHL 3-packs are up there right now, $49.99. It gives you those three packs for one low price, and of course that comes with our guarantee as well. Please, no matter what you do, please get involved anyway. It doesn't matter if you get a single pass or an all-access pass. I appreciate each and every one of you. This is going to be a massive month. Let's stay disciplined and continue to add to our 2024 bankroll. Once again, let's recap our free plays one more time. Chicago, Dallas, over 233. Golden State, San Antonio, under 229.5. Denver, -13.5. And I forgot to mention, man, we crushed another free 3-pack yesterday in college basketball to show it. And I lost track, but I think it's 12 out of 16. Somebody could probably help me, but I think 12 out of 16 shows now with our free plays have cash tickets. So we're on quite a roll. I appreciate everybody that said nice things and left nice comments in the YouTube section or the comment section of the YouTube page. So let's do it once again. For Against the Public, I'm Dana Lane. Let's crush them all week once again. Have a good night, everybody.